Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Wayne here again. I was thinking, now that I've seen some pictures of the Z8 in comparison to the D850 and the Z9, will this be the camera to bring Nikon DSLR shooters over to the Z line of mirrorless cameras? Before we get started with the video, I'd like to have a quick chat with everyone. I've checked my stats and 96% of you watching my content are not subscribed to the channel. As you watch the video, please remember to like, comment, and share the video. If you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. Every subscriber counts. And I'd like to thank all of you who've already subscribed and continue to watch the videos. For those of you again who are watching but not yet subscribed, let's get it done. Okay, let's get back to the video. Over the past year or so, since the Z8 rumors have been going on, there have been people commenting on different channels that this camera needs to be something like the D850 because the Z7 didn't satisfy their need. Yes, it has the same 45 megapixel sensor, but as far as what it can do, it's not a D850. And I've seen this a lot. When they get a D850 competitor, I'll get a mirrorless. Nikon doesn't have a D850 competitor, don't want it. So the potential now is that the Z8 will be that camera. We've seen mock-ups since last year. We've heard this camera is going to come out summer last year, didn't happen. Fall last year, didn't happen. Now, the rumors are swirling that this camera should be introduced somewhere in the end of March and an April timeframe, and actually be on sale by May or summer. What I wanted to do before we get to that state is to talk about what the D850 is. And I'm not going to delve into all the features and everything about this camera. If you want to do that, you can check Nikon channel. What I wanted to look at is what the size of this camera means to people who have been shooting with DSLR. The other day, I had an opportunity to use a Z9. And I said use is mainly kind of play around with it, shoot it, see how it feels. What I thought after seeing the camera is that this camera is actually not too bad. They had the battery inside of it and the memory card. Actually, no memory card, the battery. But the weight of it didn't feel so bad. Now, let's go to some stats. And I'm going to take it back a little bit so you guys can see where I'm coming from with the weight of this camera. We'll start with what the Z9 evolved from, and that is the D6. Okay? The D6, weight, height, and depth, 6.3 inches, 6.5 inches, 3.7 inches. For those of you on the metric side, it's 160 millimeters by 163 by 92. Okay? And it weighed 44.8 ounces or 1,270 grams. Pretty beefy camera. With the battery inside of it, we're talking 50.79 ounces. It's over 3 pounds, guys. 1440 grams. It's a heavy beast. Nikon was able to cut this camera down when they went over to the Z9, and the Z9 is now 2 pounds 15 ounces. It's like right around that 3 pound size, okay, with the memory card and battery inside of it. Without that, it's 2 pounds 9 ounces. They were able to shave off some size of the camera. So it's 5.9 by 5.9 by 3.6. So there's some saving. It went from 6 inches or over 6 inches to now 5.9 inches. And instead of 3.7 inches, 3.6. So it's thick, but still in a good shape. So now if we look at the D850, the D850, it weighs in at 2 pounds 3 ounces. Okay, not exactly Z9 weight, but still up there in the weight. 5.8 inches by 4.9 by 3.1, measure guys 146 by 124 by 78.5. So it's a good sized camera. I suspect Nikon will not make it exactly the same. They will probably keep it on the thinner side. That's a thin, it's still going to be thick, like the Z9 to manage the heat. But I suspect as far as the height, it'll probably be down by a couple millimeters, point something of an inch. As far as the length, personally, I'm hoping that they keep the length, or rather the width of the camera, because if they did that, you have space for the ports on the front for those of who, people who do photography. I said those of us. I haven't shot that many portrait stuff who need triggers or a remote port. But there are people out there that still need this stuff. The Z9 is the only camera in Nikon lineup that has that, and I believe having that on the Z8 would be very useful. So in addition to the size being wide on the back of the camera, the thing that I've been clamoring for in a lot of videos on other people's channel, in their chat, I've been whining about a bigger screen. The reason being, as you do video, and of course I'm wearing my glasses right now, so I'm getting older, my eyes aren't the greatest, so I would love to have like a 4-inch screen. I saw a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K camera, and I saw the screen in that thing, and that thing was awesome. If you shoot with your iPhone, you know what that is like. This is almost the same experience shooting with a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. Granted, there's no IBIS inside that camera, but the screen, they've figured out a way to basically put the video function and all the things that you need inside that camera and make it work very well. Why can't we have this on mirrorless cameras? So what I'm using, it's too small, so I only need a bigger body. On Nikon, I've mentioned this before, the screen is 3.2 inches, but the actual real estate of the screen is bigger, much bigger. There's a big border in addition to what I would consider wasted space going around the edge of the screen. Laptops are pushing things to the edge. Everybody's pushing things to the edge. Some people aren't. I'm looking at my Ninja screen right now. Sorry, my Shinobi screen, and it's like, that's a lot of wasted space. It could be shrunk to give you more screen size or less bezel and more viewing area. So if you shoot video, this will be useful. If you're a photographer and you are also shooting photos, a bigger screen will be very useful. People think, no, I can just look to the viewfinder. There's some situations where you want to use a screen and it can help you if it's much bigger. And also, multi-angle screen. I mean, it flips out and it tilts up, gets some tilt down, but when you flip it out, you can get that multi-angle functionality so you can go up, down, wherever you want to go and shoot with it. So my thoughts on this is that this camera would be an excellent camera for photographers and videographers alike. Why? If they incorporate that screen, the body size, meaning people who want to shoot all the way up to 8K will have something that can do it and not overheat. We've seen the Canon R5 in the early days, it overheated. Canon did some stuff to make it not overheat as quickly. I suspect they throttled the processor, who knows what they did. But there's also a new firmware update coming on that. The recording time limit that they have is supposed to go away. So there are things that I believe that this camera will be able to surpass those guys in. The Sony a7R5 that I have, it shoots 8K, but 8K 24/25. It doesn't do 30, and it definitely doesn't do 60. So having that means, in my mind, a future-proof camera. Typically, I keep my camera for a long period of time, and I suspect a lot of photographers will do the same thing as well. And at this point, if you're gonna make a jump to this camera, it's probably gonna cost around $4,000 plus taxes. If that new rumor is true, last year's rumor said $3,500. I got excited. I love it at $3,500. $4,000, okay. I did buy the a7R5 for that price, so yeah, it is what it is. Now let me know what you guys think. How many of you DSLR shooters are waiting for this camera and will get it if it is similar in dimensions to the D850? As you know, you won't have to give up your old f-mount lenses. They can work with an adapter. If you're someone who just want to stick with the lenses from the Z line, then you're probably going to sell off your stuff to do it. But having Nikon provide an adapter means you don't have to sell off all your gear. You can use what you have until such time as you decide that you love this camera and you want to get some Z lens. I want to thank you all for watching the video, and remember, please subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, share it, and comment. I like engaging with you guys over the last few days, a few weeks. It's actually been great. It's been a lot of content. We've been talking a lot about Nikon stuff, but I'll be doing some other videos as well. So please stick with the channel and Again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.